Hi, I'm Valerie,
And I'm Taylor.
and welcome to
Whimsy
Whimsy
Gossip.
Gossip, where we talk all things fantasy.
And our favorite way to escape reality. Are
Grab
you
your cup
ready
of
for
tea.
today?
I am so ready. It's been a long week.
I'm so ready because I can't wait. I can't wait to just end this podcast and get back to reading. I'm dying. This is torture, Valerie. Absolutely like the purest form of torture for me. You have found it.
It's all for them. It's all for the listeners out there. That's why
I
we're
know.
torturing Taylor. So today's episode, we're going to talk about the first 18 chapters of Throne of Glass.
And our first
Um,
impression.
and our first impressions and kind of like
Thoughts.
talk about our predictions that we had made in our last episode or a couple of, I don't even know at this point how long ago that was, but basically, yeah, we're going to talk through it. And wow, it went quick.
18 okay, these chapters have to be shorter than ACOTAR chapters because let me tell you, when we did 18 chapters, I was on chapter I think 8 and I was like, "Oh no, I only have 10 chapters left. I've already gotten through 8
Yeah,
chapters. How was this possible?" I was
dude.
pure panicking.
Yeah, it was for about 4 hours on audiobook. And yeah, literally like 30 minutes. I drive like 25 minutes to work and then 25 minutes home. And so it went like so fast.
Yeah.
So, what are your first
Oh
impressions
my gosh.
overall so far? Are you hooked?
I'm so hooked. I love Selena. I think she's so cool. I'm probably saying his name wrong. She 100% is going to be in love with Kale. Cole. Kale.
KL.
KL. Okay. She's 100% going to be in love with him, and Dorian is 100% going to get his heart broken because they're going to date. I'm predicting this now. Her and Dorian are going to date solely for the idea she's going to be the king's champion. He's the prince. So it's like obviously a match that's supposed to happen.
Yep.
And it's going to be like oh, that's because his mom's harping on him to find love. And he's going to be like, I found love with Selena. And then she's going to step into the role of like potentially being the princess. And she's going to be like, excuse me, I don't agree with your slavery thing. So that's going to be a huge issue. I don't agree
Yeah.
with this. I don't agree with that. And then it's going to become a rift because I mean, even though Dorian is good in my opinion and he might be a nice guy, he's stuck in his family's ways and like he does agree with slavery and he does I'm sure he sees how horrible it is after talking to Selena and like seeing the scars on her back. But I think it's going
Mhm.
to cause a rift between them and then she's
So,
going to
are
leave
you
him.
saying that I was right that Prince Dorian's gonna fall in love with her?
Yeah. I think I thought he was going to fall in love. I said, I think she's going to fall in love with both of them, but, and then someone else. And I still think that because I think what's going to happen is Dorian and her, she's going to fall in love with Dorian. And I think she's going to love him, but I think she's going to love him as a person and not like romantically. And then she's going to have that realization. She's going to go to Kale and fall in love with him like romantically, like because they kind of get each other. They are both from like messed up situations. And then I think he's gonna die. And I think someone
You
else is.
think KL's gonna die?
I do. They're
In this
making him
book?
too
In this
likable.
book?
Somewhere in this series, he's gonna die because they make him too likable and he's gonna die. And I'm gonna sob because I love this man and I'm gonna sob. And she's gonna then, that's when her magic is gonna come because they're talking about her and she's mentioned about her powers. And her magic is gonna come when he dies because she's gonna have this rage of no ending rage for killing
I
her
just want to
lover.
say that you were right about her having underlying magic when you were talking about the fact that she'd have to have some sort of magic to wield the sword that we still might think that is Nesta's. Um, and I think we were both just kind of right that this is post Fae. So we find out that this is post Fae. It's 2,000 years, I think they said, like 2,000. I think it's around 2,000 years, which is way longer than I was predicting. I was like, oh, 400, 500, maybe post our heroes. It's 2,000, and now the Fae are in hiding. So I think we were spot on with that prediction. And I freaked out when I heard that. I was like, whoa, they just got that right out of the way.
Yeah, just goodbye.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
and I
like they were just like they put that all out front when they went to that forest, and she was like, "Oh, I know a whole lot about this forest." And Kale's like, "What do you know?" And she's like, "Not much." But she's like, and in her head, she's like, I know everything. I'm like, oh my God.
Okay, but wait, the weird little footprints.
I, the footprints?
So when she was sleeping in the tent that night by the forest, she woke up and she saw little footprints right in the dirt, right inside her tent. And she like quickly like got rid of them and was like, "Oh, we're just gonna
Oh,
pretend like she's like, oh, was that like a fairy or something?" And she's like, "No, no, 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 like getting rid of the idea, getting rid of the evidence. Like there's nothing going on."
oh, I miss, see, there's things that I miss in the audiobook, and I think that's one of them.
Uh,
I missed that little detail. See, it's like the little details, but I get like the
I got you.
overall story. Yeah.
I got you on the details.
I was also absolutely correct about my prediction of liking her more than Farah. Farah, whatever the hell, come for me in the comments. Farah. But like I love Selena so much more. I love her
Same.
like basically right away. She is so funny, so witty, so strong, and she's got so much to back it up. Like she's not just strong and act like she's not just like a strong woman. She's a strong woman. Like
Hmm. And I love her. I think, yeah, I like her more than Feyre. And again, I'm telling you, her magic is gonna come when Kaol dies. That's my prediction. It's gonna be an eruption of, and it's gonna have to be. I'm telling you because something about fire,
no,
air of
Kale's not
fire.
gonna die. He's not
He
dying.
okay,
No
okay, but
way. No way Kale's gonna die. No. Mm-mm.
she is gonna be the air of fire. I still think. Okay, my new prediction. It's kind of piggybacking off my other prediction. I think she is gonna, like I said before, she is the rightful princess or something of Adarlan, and I think what's gonna happen is maybe that's why, and maybe Dorian knows and his dad knows, and that's why they're trying to. Maybe that's why he tries to marry her or something. I don't
I
know,
don't think
but
so.
anyway,
I think that like I don't know. Uh, Dorian this is his champion. I think that he wanted to I don't know. He wanted to. He had the. He didn't know who because he talks about the fact that maybe. I mean, maybe it could be a twist, right? It could be a twist, but he talks about the fact that he imagined her like looking or being older. Like he didn't even know what she looked like or how old she was. He just heard the infamous stories about her. Um, and
they're gonna
basically
find
said that
out.
he said that she's the most dangerous assassin in all of the land.
They find out that along the way during this trial, she'll have some kind of spark of something that shows like she should have been the rightful ruler or something like that. I don't know. Or again, like she's the rightful ruler of the land and then like his dad or like his grandfather or great grandfather killed off whatever, like her ancestors or something, and then the land is gonna like respond to her having that underlying fey magic that she should be in control of. And then what's gonna happen is it'll be a war between Dorian's dad, and it'll be a war between Dorian's dad and Selena, and then Dorian is gonna obviously be on his dad's side, and then Kayal is going to be on Selena's side because they're like Kayal and Selena at this point will be together. And I think Dorian's dad's like someone on that side is gonna kill Kayal, which is gonna then have Selena erupting in power, and then like her power will come from her anger and her like, ah, you just killed the guy I love, and then
I
Dorian's
just
gonna be conflicted because he's gonna be like, that was my best friend, you just killed my best friend, and he's
yeah.
gonna then leave his dad and
I
backstab
don't
his
think
dad.
KL's gonna die. No. I don't know. I don't know. But so
But I still don't think she ends up with Dorian. I think she's gonna find
I
someone else.
don't think she ends up with Dorian at all.
Yeah.
So here's also one of the things that I had my thought process was um the king honestly in his conversation with his son is absolutely right about being careful with Selena because she is a freaking smart witty assassin
Yeah.
and she will do what she like she I think that they're going to develop something her and Prince Dorian are going to develop something, but then Selena does something that makes Dorian think that she was just using him and manipulating his feelings the entire time. And it might be something to do with KL or who the hell knows, but I think that he's going to feel some type of way. And Dorian is going to then turn against Selena because he thinks that the whole time she was just playing him and using her assassin skills against him. And so I think Dorian actually might be that Tamlin type character. He might be the Tamlin
Oh,
character. What? He might be the Tamlin character.
and that Valerie's going to be a Dorian sympathizer.
No, but what do you think? Do you think that that is a
Maybe, yeah.
possibility where he's scorned against her because he believes in it's misinformation that, and he's not as everybody says he's not as bad as Tamlin because maybe he doesn't like blow up and stuff like that, but he starts like maybe he like turns against her, right? Like the Hybern thing. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's one of those situations where he takes his dad's side, and his dad goes, his dad I think maybe manipulates somehow. I mean, how many times have we seen that story play out, right? The parents do
That's
something,
true.
and so the dad's like, I told you. Like he comes to his dad and he's just like, bah. And his dad's like, I told you to stay away from her, did I not? I told you that she would use you and manipulate your heart. And now look, do you believe me now? And then he'll be like, yes, father. And then he's Selena's like enemy, like frenemy, right?
Yeah. But then like I really think then I think Kale would choose Selena, and I think
Yep. Just like Lucian.
just like Lucian. But I think Kale and Selena are gonna be something, unlike Feyre and Lucian. I think they will be a relationship,
Yes. So,
and then he's gonna die.
just to recap, like Selena, so far we've seen Selena
Sure, to the first
get,
trial.
yeah, well, from the beginning, like we got her getting taken by Prince Dorian out of the slave camp with KL. They go on this journey. They pass a forest. They talk about the fact that was magic. Now there is no magic. Magic went away. Don't know why magic went away, but magic went away. So she had powers. Now she doesn't have powers. And she's talking about how that might be a good thing. Yada yada yada. She gets to the castle. She talks about the fact that it's glass. And can I just say I agree with her completely
Oh,
because
100%. If
that would
someone
scare
too
the
heavy,
hell out of me. A glass castle. Are you kidding me?
yeah, when she's like, if someone too heavy comes in there, it's going down. I was like, absolutely.
And it looks
Too
like we
many
have an
people.
it looks like we have an Ianthe character. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, what's that princess? Lady
Not
McLean,
the
Lady,
princess, but the
not,
lady.
no, Lady, whatever her name is. What is
The
her
one that's
name?
obsessed with Dorian.
Yeah, Lady something.
Yeah. So like
What?
that might be an Ianthe.
I don't know. I hope she's already annoying me.
She's so
Um,
annoying.
her name,
Could not tell you.
relevant she is.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously around for a reason though, so she's gonna hold some sort of like,
Lady
I think Ianthe
Caltaine.
placement. Oh, Calcaine?
Caltaine.
Caltaine, Lady
Caltaine.
Caltaine. Oh
Lady
my god, she's
Caltaine.
so annoying. And the voice actor for the audiobook makes her annoying too, which is
Oh,
like
great.
honestly perfect because oh my god, and the voice actor too, in the audiobook makes the guy that she's becoming friends with in the trials.
Knox?
What's his name?
Knox?
Knox. She makes him British and I love it. She
Oh.
makes him British.
Wait, okay, can
So
we just talk about how when I'm
what is Knox
very,
gonna be?
very no, I'm very eager. So this is my only thing about Dorian that I know he's like keen on Selena is because I'm looking at the end of this chapter and when he talks about like, oh, we can have a private lesson in your bedroom tonight, and I'm like, oh my God,
Yep.
are you really gonna have a private lesson? Like, is that I don't know if he's joking or not, and I'm like,
And Selena's checking him out, like
yeah,
literally
and I'm
right,
like,
right in that ending chapter, and KL's calling her out for it too, a little bit. Like I think he's also calling her out because he's training the princess, and they're like, yeah, it's so good. I like this story.
oh, it's so good. Okay, so I feel like this is not that long. Like we're just kind of over here, just like we're obsessed. We like it. We're obsessed. We like it. So, who's your least favorite character so far?
Well, I think it has to be the lady, whatever that we just said,
Caltaine.
Lady Caltaine.
She's
Obviously,
annoying. Yeah. No,
she's
she's
so
annoying.
frustrating.
Oh,
And my favorite character is Selena.
I love Selena, but like obviously choosing someone else. I do love KL. I love him.
What do you like about him?
That he is more than meets the eye. He reminds me so much of Aleutian. He's just a good friend. He has a good heart. Um, I like that, like, he's really pushing her and he's not gentle, but he's very aware of her limits and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like he just really cares about her or just cares about people in general. He shows a lot of empathy in
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
traditional way of showing empathy, but like he listens to her, he asks questions, um, he comes up with this plan that would help her feelings about like, okay, you're gonna stay in the middle the whole time.
Yes, so
Oh,
smart and so
yeah.
smart.
And then the champion, okay, Kane, he's annoying already, but I wonder if he's gonna have like a I wonder if Kane's gonna be like her best friend in the end because they're building it up to be like a friend. What if he's the
Do you
person that I
think
think,
you think they're gonna be friends?
I don't know. I mean, like,
Because she's friends.
may
Do you think Knox is gonna betray her?
gosh, no, not
What if Knox?
Nox.
But what if Knox betrays her?
So sad. Not Nox.
I mean, he could, right? Like maybe he's just using her to get by,
Let's
to get
see.
ahead, and then he betrays her. Also, we have these random disappearances or like random deaths by something.
Okay, the guy got literally disemboweled and they couldn't even find his brain.
What is happening?
Like that's scary enough as is. So, like he
Yeah,
literally got they like tore him open or something and they don't know what happened and I was like, ooh.
that's the magical scary creature that we read in the summary. Something that
Yeah.
lies underneath the castle, like in I wonder too, like I wonder if this is a new thing or if this has been going on. Do you remember? Did they say
No, I
if this
think it
was
was a new
new?
thing. Yeah.
So I wonder if it's because now Selena's in the castle and it's sensing somebody who has had magic,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps. And I'm also curious, like, what are these books? So like Dorian and her obviously going to develop a friendship and like a loving relationship, I think, because they're both in the same book club, and people with book clubs, you know,
Tend to get along.
because he sent her his own personal collection, right? When she asked
Mm-hmm.
to like have access to the library. So, what do you think about the princess?
I like her. I'm a big fan. I don't think she's evil. I think she is pure. And maybe Dorian can fall in love with her. I think she thinks Dorian's really stupid right now, probably.
Yeah, she has a lot of like resentment too towards
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I think she's going to be a good character, and I think that's going to be Selena's best friend.
Yeah, definitely best friend for sure.
Yeah.
But I do think that Dorian is gonna turn against her at some
Oh.
point. There's gonna be another kingdom. I still think that there's gonna be another kingdom. There's another character out there for her.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would like to say, like, I would hate for the Sarah J. Maas to just keep repeating the same type of storyline, just a little bit different. So I kind of hope it's a little bit different than that, than what we're saying. She's
I
very good
know.
at twists. She's very
Yeah.
good at twists. So like
Which is
I'm,
why I'm telling you, Kale's going to die.
but that's I don't know if that's a twist. Like I want a twist like I've known you for 17 years and I just like or like I'm you think I'm evil like the Rhysand twist was like, you know, the Tamlin twist was like
They were big.
that was great. So I'm hoping that she has a twist in store for us that like, you know, that obviously we don't even know about yet. That we don't you know, I don't know.
But we have 8 books. There's going to be some crazy kind of twist. And I just know, well, like if you're saying she has somebody else out there, but do you think she's going to fall in love with Kale or do you think she's going to be that's going to be like a Lucian character, like a best friend?
It's going to be like a Lucian.
You don't think they're witty banter? You just think that's totally platonic?
I don't think that I just think they're going to be friends. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't see a romantic aspect of it, but I do think it's kind of cool how he's going from like mistrusting her, which he absolutely should mistrust her
Yes.
100%. He should mistrust her. But like ton of talking down about her a lot and like you're just a thief, you're just a criminal, you're just this. To like hopefully their relationship grows and I just think they're going to be good friends at the end of the day. And I think that he's going to help her in so many ways and I think that he's going to end up betraying Dorian for her. But I just don't think that either of those men are for her. And like I don't know, but because like she's not talking about KL that way, but she is talking about Dorian that
I
way.
know.
So obviously she's got an attraction for Dorian,
But I'm
and
just trying to
that's
make
where
it
it's gonna go.
not the same as because this is like Dorian's like a Tamlin and then Kale is like a
Yeah,
Lucian. And I
yeah,
just don't want it to be that way. So I
no.
want to give Sarah J. Maas
You
the
want it to
credit
be
to say
different.
like she wrote a different story. So I'm gonna say she ends up with Dorian for a little bit, but then ultimately goes to KL and then after Kale, like he's
Dies
gonna
apparently.
die.
He's just
I'm telling
murdered.
you, like there's no way it just ends just to end. Like she's not gonna just keep bebopping from different dudes. Like I bet you she, and that'll be her second lover, and then I guess she'll have a third, right? Yeah, she has to have a
I
third. So
don't know.
I really think that's when her power is gonna come, is when she's gonna be so heartbroken over the death of like her love that she'll be like, you know, erupt, and then her power will come and she'll defeat like some big army or something, and then she'll meet the new love later on. I don't know.
Her power is definitely coming back.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, that's a certain. I don't know if it comes back at the end of this book or what. I just it's so crazy like all of these conversations and then the next 18 chapters I feel like we're going to come back the next episode that we talk about this and it's just going to be like oh my
just
god,
kidding.
you
I
know?
scratch all that.
But like the biggest question of this episode is Taylor, do Thrones of Glass break easy?
I don't know. I want to say yes because I think that the king is going to have some people that are going to be after Selena becomes his champion. I think she's going to garner a lot of like attention and love from his people and his court. And I think that when it comes down to it, they're going to choose Selena and they're not going to choose this mean king. And I
Mm,
think his throne of glass is going to come. There is a reason. There's a reason why it is made of glass. And I understand as like a kingdom, maybe it's a symbol of like
it's probably so
transparency.
gorgeous. It's probably so pretty.
It's probably beautiful, but I'm just saying, I'm sure like as a kingdom standpoint, they probably did it to show the people they're transparent and, like trust them. There's nothing going on
Yeah,
the inside, yada, yada, yada. We're
right.
transparent
Exactly.
and whatever, but that's always a facade. Like that's just a facade, and I bet you one it's made out of glass, so it's of course gonna break easy. And that's definitely like a little tip that's like preface something like it's gonna break. Glass breaks. And I don't know. I think it's gonna yeah, I think from within it's gonna crumble. Because also,
Ooh.
what's his name? KL told me the or told me, yeah, me personally. No, KL
He
told
told you?
the
Wow, KL's your best friend now? What? It's
apparently.
been a week.
I
Wow.
know. We're besties.
Who? Cassie
Um,
and who?
no, 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 no. Cassian always.
I mean, it's only been 18 chapters.
KL is my best
We've
friend.
seen.
Cassian is book boyfriend forever. Only acceptable.
KL, yeah. It's way too early to kind of say that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Cassian's the only acceptable book boyfriend. Anyway, back to what I was saying. There is never going to be anyone else. Um, because KO made a comment about how the inside is so sturdy and all it's so strong and everything. And I think that is just a little symbolism of being like, yeah, it's gonna break on the inside. You made that comment, but guess what? It's still gonna break. So that's just my guess. What do you think?
There's definitely going to be an uprising after the all the oppression and the
Oh yeah,
tyranny. There's got to be some giant uprising that Selena's definitely going to lead with her sword, with her Nesta sword.
convinced.
Um for sure. Um man, I had a thought, but now it's leaving. It left me. Um But hmm. Yeah, oh, so in the trials, like what do we think about the trials so far and how they're doing the competition? Like it
Archery?
kind of is a little bit different than I thought.
Yeah, I was expecting like Hunger Games kind of trials. That was my thought. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like Hunger Games, like they're gonna kill each other. And then it's like, oh no, you're just who's the best archer? Who's the best at archery, I guess. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
that's a little
who can
different.
run, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just kind of like, okay, that's different. I'm sure as we go on, though, it is going to get more intense, and they probably will have more Hunger Games-esque style
True,
trials. Like she'll
true,
probably
true.
have to do like hand-to-hand combat. Um,
Does
I
Kane
hope,
make it to the end?
yes,
Hmm.
yeah, and I don't know, maybe Kane and Selena. What if? Hear me out. What if Kane ends up being her person at the very end of this whole series? Like,
I predict that they don't get to the finish though. I think it's going to be disrupted by
um,
something. It's going to get to the very final, and maybe it is Kane versus Pharaoh. No, I'm saying Pharaoh. Kane versus Selena, and we don't get to see it play out because then
the magic thing
that's
comes.
the magic thing comes. Yep, that's what's going to
Mm,
disrupt the final trial. We're not going to see the final like battle. It's going to get to that point, and it's going to be like, oh, what's going to happen, and then boom, giant chaos. Prediction. That's my prediction.
that sounds so accurate to probably what's going to happen.
It sounds so epic, right?
Not that I'm trying to wish everyone dead, but maybe we just
What are
learn
you
to
trying
like,
to kill everybody in
no,
Throne of Glass?
I
Nobody
know,
even really died in Akatar. She's not
I
really
know
a
this is why
killing
like
people.
I need some sadness. I need to feel, I want to feel for these characters, but maybe Kane will have his redemption of being incredibly annoying and cocky and full of himself by at the very end, he'll realize Selena is like this greater good person and he'll like sacrifice himself against the magic being to save her. And we have this whole moment of being like, oh,
Ooh.
no, not Kane. Like you were
Yes.
so annoyed by him
Yes.
the whole time,
Because
but he's
Nox, and then we end up hating Nox because Nox betrays her.
yeah,
But
and then not
Kane is
yeah.
the real one. And at the end of the day, Kane is the real one, and Nox is a shady person.
Yeah, and Nox is getting close to her to learn all the things about her, while
Yep.
Kane already knows the underlying Fey magic. He already knows, and that's why he's smiling at her. And he's like, "All right, I can
Mm,
sense it. I know it." And then he's gonna be like, and he's gonna know, like maybe his ancestors were really rich and all this kind of stuff too. Maybe he has some underlying Fey ancestor something to him as well, and that's why he's like, "All right, no, like." Answering to her, she's like the ruler, she's the princess, and he automatically will like step in line and be like, she's the princess, she's the rightful princess. Like, I surrender myself to her. And
Kane
like,
Kane is gonna come full circle. You just wait. Kane is coming full circle, and Nox is a snake. Nox is a snake. I'm calling it right now. He's way too good. There's no way.
now that we've predicted what's going to happen, do we even need to finish? Because we already know. I'm just kidding. I'm still
Do
going to
we?
finish this. I'm just kidding.
No, we don't finish.
We're just
I
done.
think I'm gonna wear a flower crown in every episode. I've done it so far. I feel like this is a trend.
Okay. I love it. I'm down for it.
I don't know. Comment down below. Should I like what are your favorite like flower crown recommendations? Like
Your
where do you get your
stores.
flower
Where do you get your
crowns?
flower crowns?
Like
I would say
I'm in the spring court. I feel like I need to always wear flowers on my head,
something springy. I wonder if we're going to see
Sprinkly.
anything along the lines of like the spring court or like any of the courts here.
I
Anything.
don't know, but I really like the fact that they said like that the Fae have like scattered across the like continent, and they talk about the continent. They said the continent.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch that one?
I caught that.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, and like they talked about Fae and magic, and I'm just like, our heroes. I just know it, and I cannot wait for the mashup where like it all comes together, and I don't know like when or where that's going to be, but she set it up that way so that she has that option because they're immortal, and like even
Yeah.
Selena says that she's like, well, Faye are immortal, you know that.
I love that like she is opposite of Feyre. She
Yeah.
is like badass. I love that she has this like white blonde hair because let's be honest, my dream goal in life, which I've tried a million times, is to have that like pure white blonde hair. Can't do it.
Like
Um,
Targaryen,
yes. Oh, I wanted that hair so
Daenerys.
bad. I wanted white blonde hair for the longest time, but I just have such dark features and my hair pulls such brassy orangey tones, just not for me. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I think she's just very different from Feyre. Again, more of a
She
badass.
got me right away, and like I'm
Yeah.
not bored either. Like I knew it. I like predicted that this book was going to hook me quicker than ACOTAR, and it has. Like I'm not bored. It's
Mm-mm.
moving at a good pace,
Yeah, and I think
you
I'm
know?
really excited to read Assassin's Blade, like her prequel story. I want to know like who betrayed her and like her training
Yeah,
and how she became
that's
like
really sad, isn't it? That she got betrayed and that's why she got arrested and
yeah. And I
um
wonder, was it because she's magical? I don't know.
I know, but I'm like I said, I think we should just save that one for last.
We're going to, but I think
Yeah.
I'm excited now just knowing a bit more about her. I'm excited to hear her prequel and like where she came from.
But I don't think I'm gonna say like I don't think that starting Throne of Glass before Assassin's Blade
Yeah.
is bad though. I don't think
No.
that we're I think that it makes sense. I'm okay where we have started.
Well, maybe we reserve our judgments until we finish that and we read Assassin's Blade. Then we'll see what our
But like I'm not
opinion.
the thing is I was trying to say like I'm not confused. I'm not
Oh no.
confused. Like if it
No.
flows like I don't feel like I needed it at this point. Like just initially reading Throne of Glass, I don't feel like I needed Assassin's Blade to understand what's happening in Throne of Glass.
Yeah,
But
no, I
obviously
completely
backstory
agree.
would be nice. Yeah, so I think you
Yeah.
can start there. But is it the best way to start? That's to be
To be
continued.
determined. Yeah, we'll
To
figure
be
it out.
determined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't know, I'm really excited. I feel like we got a lot of predictions. I feel like some of the stuff we did get right. Like we got right the Fae in the future thing. We got right the fact that she's got magic. The fact that Dorian and her probably, or at least I said that it was going to be unrequited, but maybe I was wrong. I don't know. I still do hope that I'm right, even though she's making these flirty things. I do kind of hope that I'm right. It is unrequited, and she does have a relationship with KL instead, or
Maybe
neither of them, or neither.
maybe. But maybe it'll be something with Dorian and then it will become unrequited and she'll be like, ugh. And then she'll go to KL.
I think become unrequited because he's going to be that
Betray her.
Tamlin character. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to I think he's going to betray her. I think he's going to have to think that she betrayed him first. He's going to get
Or
wrong information.
it might be a Feyre situation where I think he's gonna want her to become this like princess. Like, all right, I know you've been an assassin your whole life. Guess what? Now you're gonna be a
Mm,
princess. We have slaves here. I know you were a slave, and now you're gonna be in charge of slaves. And step in line.
mm.
There's nothing you can do to change it. And she might start like a revolt at that point, and that's gonna start like a huge war. And that's obviously gonna end her and Dorian's relationship because she's
I
gonna go
hope
against
not.
him.
I hope that doesn't happen because I don't want a repeat of
That's
what
true.
we've already been through. I want
Yeah.
something different. I want something new. So I'm really hoping that it is different and that it is new and that he doesn't try to like make her a princess, but you really could be right. Like it could follow some similar things, you know?
Because I sense a couple similar SJM tones in this one. One, I just love her writing.
Yeah, me too.
Ah,
It's
she's
really
such a good
nice.
writer. She's so good. So I love her writing. So I'm sensing some similar tones. So I'm wondering if they're gonna play out. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, yeah, any last thoughts on book
One.
1, Throne of Glass,
First
first
18 chapters.
18 chapters?
No. No, I'm ready to end this podcast so then I can go back to reading it. Let's be real.
Oh my gosh, do you think you're going to finish it tonight?
The 18 chapters. There's a chance it's what, 8 o'clock? I could probably knock out this book, chunk of those chapters by 10 p.m.
It goes quick.
It goes so quick.
But I like that. I like the pace.
Yeah.
So far is pretty dang good, and I'm really excited to see how right and how wrong we are
Oh,
in the
same.
next 18 chapters, right?
Right? We're gonna come back and we're both gonna be sitting here like everything we predicted did not come true.
Not at all. We
So
were completely
scratch
well,
it.
but we're already like we've already been sort of right. So I think we've got like, maybe we'll just throw every scenario out there and one will stick, right? Like one of the things that we've said will stick.
Something will. We'll see.
Yeah, but I do think Kane's going to turn around and be a bro.
And save the day. And we're gonna be like, wow, we hated you for so long and
And
look at
I'm
you.
going to, oh my God, the second Knox reveals that he's a snake, I'm going to call you immediately. I'm going to scream in the phone and just be like, oh my God, I was right. That snake, Knox is a snake.
I'm
And I
gonna get that
promise,
snap.
if we're right about any of this, guys, like I promise you, we have not spoiled. Like I have
No.
not spoiled it. I do not know what's going to happen. So, like, if we're right about any of this, I swear, like,
Or if
I
we're
just
so wrong, this is gonna be so funny and embarrassing to go back on and be like, wow, we really had no clue what we were talking about. Like not a
yeah, I
single clue.
just my coworker's reading Throne of Glass alongside with us, and I told her about the Nesta blade, Assassin's blade, like
Mm.
theory that you had, and she was like, "Oh my God, I haven't gotten to that part yet. Like I didn't know that." And I was like, "No, no, 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 Dom, it's a prediction. Like I don't know. I'm thinking I don't know if that happened or not."
I don't even
And
know if
she's like,
that's
"Oh, thank
real.
God." Yeah, I was like, "That's just a prediction we made. It's totally could be wrong. Like it probably is wrong, but like
Probably
it
is
would be
wrong, but
cool."
we're trying. We're reaching.
Yeah. So I just like this is a prediction episode, please.
Seriously. But all
uh,
right.
yeah. All right. Well, thank you for having a little whimsy chat with us.
Little whimsy
Cheers.
gossip.
Little
Cheers. I have
whimsy
my
gossip.
Stanley cup today.
I know we just spilled the
No
tea
tea.
all on Throne of Glass, 18 chapters. Follow us on everything on
TikTok,
Spotify. Ooh,
TikTok,
TikTok, yes.
Instagram.
Instagram,
Um, yeah, and
YouTube.
everything is at Whimsy Gossip is our name. So easy to find.
Yes.
And we will
Yeah.
catch you next week for the
And
next 18 chapters.
comment below what you
Oh,
think about our predictions so far and what did you think in the first 18 chapters if you're reading
yes.
along? What are your thoughts? Please let us know. We
So,
want to hear from you.
and if you already have finished the series, feel free to totally make fun of us for how wrong we are, but do not spoil anything.
No
Spoil it.
spoilers.
Just make funny little comments down there, and you can just. I would love to hear some or see some funny comments, and then when I actually understand what you're talking about, I'll come back and I'll be like, haha,
Because
I
we
get
read
that
the
now.
comments. We read the comments. So please, no spoilers.
Yes. Please no spoilers. Anyway, so
All right. Well,
thank you for having a chat.
I love you so much, Taylor.
I love you more. I'll see you
All
next
right.
week.
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.